Welcome to Lisette's Sweet Home. Today I'm going to show you the secrets how I keep my sourdough very bubbly and very active without feeding it too often. And that you can use it straight out of the fridge without, feeding it again and get it, activated. You don't need to do those things. So with these secrets that I have found, with practice using sourdough starter, making bread and pastries and cake, I realized that one of those secrets is that you have to put much less water than what people tell you. Because usually everybody says, no, you need to put, let's say you use 1 cup of water and then you just put another cup of water. But it's too watery. And that's why people have the problem, it's very watery and then it gets very sour and it gets all this really dark water on top of the container when they put it, and that's not necessary. I realized that the less water you put, let's say if you put 1 cup, you can try with half a cup, and then if you still think it's too watery or you want it thicker, you can put 1/4 of a cup. So for me, let's say if I'm home and I'm not traveling, I use, half, 1 cup and then half of water, the equivalent to that. Of course, I use much more in this video. You can see that I'm using like a lot of flour and a lot of water. But, because I'm trying to do mine now, because mine was getting very low, I was getting low on sourdough. And so I really needed, to produce much more, because sometimes I make sourdough waffles, pancakes, sourdough tortillas, cookies or whatever. And so I always need to have a lot there. And so let's see this consistency here. This is most likely, what I really like to have it, when it's in the fridge. But if you're gonna go, let's say out of town, you're gonna travel for a few days, couple weeks, 1 month, I don't know how long, you can even make it thicker than that. But I suggest you to put the water little by little, and add little by little the flour, because it's easier to mix it. And then you see how much thicker it is here. And even you can go for a thicker consistency if you can do that. Like, it's up to you, as long as it's absorbing all the water and you can mix it, no problem. And I realized I do that when I go, for 1 week, and I come back and it's super good. Like, there's no water on top. It's really good just to use it straight out of the fridge. I always do that. And the other secret that I can give you is that I use whole grain flour. Let's say in my case I use a spelt. But if you don't buy a spelt, you can buy whole grain, flour. And the whole grain, what it does is activate more the bacteria in the sourdough, because it has more, good bacteria in it, And look at how mine looks when, this is when it's already like active, it has been fermented for almost 6 hours, and look at how it looks. And so, if you really want something very active, try to feed it whole grain. And that's going to even help you even better. Even if you make a still white bread, you can use a sourdough starter whole grain. And that's going to be really good. And you're going to enjoy a much tasty and not so sour sourdough starter. And so all your bread and everything you make is going to be delicious. And so those are my secrets, just to keep, your sourdough starter active and bubbly and super yummy. Thank you for watching my video. I hope it helped you how to keep your sourdough started healthy. And so if you have any doubts or questions about, something else about sourdough, you can send me the comment, and see you next time. Bye-bye.